home white uniforms with blue numerals, blue and gray lettering and trim. Those are your Farmers National Bank starting lineups, and that is our Stadium GM Superstore pregame show. Stadium GM Superstore in Salem, the store that has exactly what you're looking for. There's the toss and tap, and it's controlled by the Bulldogs, and they will work it from right to left. Struthers opens up in a man-to-man defense. Chalmers dribbles out front, bounces right side to Guidos, looks for the cutter. Bounces it once, goes to Dixon in the key, lob inside, point-blank range. The Black puts it up in traffic, no good. It comes up loose on the baseline, and it's saved in the corner by Black and picked up by Guidos, still on the right side. Tries to lob it to Wolf, low right block. He's double up, bounces left side to Chalmers, scoops it back to Wolf, and he'll back out front left to get some room. Works on Pfeiffer, dribbles in the lane, puts up the red block by Pfeiffer, and they scramble for it out in front, and it's run down by Chalmers, and then it bounces out of bounds right sideline off his foot. Struthers ball. First quarter being brought to you by Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, traditional craftsmanship, timeless style. A lot of action there, Bob. Nothing happened.
A lot of action. Struthers playing a very good defense. Wolf challenging Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer was up to the task at the time as he blocked the shot.
Here are the Wildcats. Their first look, Poland in the man-to-man. Pfeiffer has it front right. He's checked by Chalmers. Right backs up center circle on the dribble. Pfeiffer, top of the key. He's going to shoot the three. Good. Raekwon Pfeiffer gets the Wildcats on the board first, back the other way, and right baseline chip shot is good by Dixon.
And don't look down.
No, we're not going to be able to. Full court pressure now. And Guidos comes up with a steal. Scoops it off. The Dixon drives in the lane, took an extra step, and he's called for a charge. 3-2 Struthers early on. And they will call Kyle Dixon for the charge. Game's first foul.
Another reason Poland's so always in this is they play so many guys, and they're not afraid to play the sophomores and the juniors and seniors, and the juniors and sophomores, I should say. They got him in last year as Dixon, one of them.
Pressure pays off as Pfeiffer was hemmed in on the sideline and stepped on the paint before he bounced it off. Chalmers out of bounds, so it's Bulldogs ball side in their end. Trailing 3-2. Dixon, 3 for 3. Got it. Kyle Dixon, long range for the triple. 5-3. Poland's first lead. Full court squeeze again. Now the back off midcourt. Triangle at 2, and the ball's knocked loose from Yema, and it's slapped out of bounds on the baseline. Last touched by Poland. 5-3 Bulldogs.
This is what Coach Sapko is worried about. So far, the pressure is getting to Struthers right now. They have had trouble last 3 trips getting across the timeline.
They'll throw it down court to Pfeiffer, working on Guidos. Right arc, looks to give it off and does so. And that's Carden with the triple, and he drills it. Andrew Carbon with the 3. 6-5, Struthers. Pulling in, Black, low left block, back to the basket, turns, shoots, scores. In tight. Nice low post work by Dan Black. 7-6 Poland. Pfeiffer dribbles up the right sideline, takes it to the middle, comes up loose, picked up by Chalmers, back the other way. Left side, up with the shot, blocked by Pfeiffer. Guidos put it back up, no good. Follow back up by Wolf, won't go, still loose underneath. Wolf back up left side, nope. Black picks it up, he goes back up, nope. Tapped up by Chalmers, off the glass, comes loose out in front for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer back the other way, pulls up, chip shot, got it. Raekwon Pfeiffer with 5. 8-7 Struthers. Everyone just lost 3 pounds in the gym.
That was like 5 or 6 shots.
Here's Wolf.
That, and they couldn't hit it.
Off to Dixon, right in the lane. Shoots. Flat, no good. Grabbed by Black, goes reverse and scoops it in. Dan Black on the deal back. Timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. 4:47 first quarter. They're heating it up. Right off the start. 9-8, Poland on top here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on 570 WKBN. Back in Poland, 9-8. Poland with a lead, 4:47 first quarter. Jim Evans along with Bob Gavalier. Struthers ball, backcourt in. And a new line in for Poland. We'll set that as soon as we can. Tamika Holness in the ball game. Dribbles Struthers in, passes out front, knocked away and taken away. Back the other way, Steve Andrews comes to the Brooklyn side, pulls up, shot blocked by Holness in tight, and it comes down to Yema. They send it back the other way. Serrano with the shot, left side from 15 won't go. Then it bounces down to Black. Off to Andrews, front court. Picked up by Serrano, bounces off to Wolf. Jared Burkert in the ball game for Poland. Now it's Black with the ball, dribbles into the lane. It's knocked away. Picked up left baseline by Wolf. Dribbles under the basket. Pushes it out front right to Andrews. It backs up center circle. Struthers still in the man-to-man. Now it's Black with it. High right, off to Chalmers, left to the key. Deals it left side to Andrews. 9-8, Poland on top. Andrews on the dribble drive inside, puts it in off the glass. Steve Andrews, his first two, 11-8. Poland with the lead. Cats break pressure. And that's Carden with the three ball left corner, no good, and it bounces down to the Bulldogs. Wolf roars back down the floor, gives it off to Chalmers, back to Wolf, under the basket, right of the hoop, puts it up, in tight, won't go. Black with the rebound, he's tied up with three players, and it's a jump ball, and the possession goes to Struthers. Here's Tate Duarte in the ball game for Poland. Dixon back in.
That's another thing that's going to get Struthers here tonight. Poland very deep. Struthers not too deep. They're only probably going to play one or two more guys, so that's what they got to keep up with the intensity. They got to. Poland's going to try to wear them down and put this game away in the fourth quarter.
Ball's in on the double team, and there's a reach in and a foul as the Wildcats get it into Pfeiffer. And the foul will go on Andrews.
Fairly clean game so far, even though a lot of physical. They're letting a little bit of physicality go in inside.
11-8 Poland, 3:20 to play, first quarter.
That'll favor Poland because Poland's a bigger team right now.
Bulldogs back off. Set up in the half-court defense, still in the man. Carmen dribbles out front, gives it up to Pfeiffer. Launches a long three between the circles, won't go, and it bounces down to Wolf. Wolf off to Andrews, brings it up the left side, steps on the gas, kicks it off to the right side to Dixon. Skip pass to Burkert. He shoots the three. Drink. Jared Burkert with the triple, and Poland with the steal on the inbound. 14-8 Bulldogs. 2:40 first quarter. Andrews penetrates in the lane, tries to deal it off, and there's a push and a foul all the way as they blow it dead. And the foul goes on Serrano. That's his first, team first. Poland with two team fouls. Bulldogs ball baseline in. Dixon will get it in. Does so out front right to Andrews. Picked up by Holness. Down to Dixon. Front left. He'll play catch with Andrews. 14-8 Poland. Biggest lead of the game. Wolf now left of the key. Checked by Holness. Scoops it off to Duarte. Tate passes to Dixon. Trey on the way. Nope. Flat. Fight for the rebound. Holness cleans it off. Goes in the backcourt. Bounces off to Serrano. Struthers in now. Serrano drives to the basket. Scoops it up. Glass in traffic. Won't go. Swept off by Duarte. 2 minutes first quarter.
Yeah, I thought it was a good job by Wolf. It looked like he was going to come and play defense on Serrano, and he kind of just let him go in, and Serrano kind of forced the shot, waiting for contact. It never happened.
14-8 Poland. 1:49 to play. First quarter, and they blow it dead. And they're going to call Tate Duarte for a push-off. That's his first, team third.
Dalton Moore, number 3, checked in, and Kyle George, number 13, checked in for Struthers.
Now Poland backing off on the press. Pfeiffer gets it off to George. Down to Moore. Double teamed out front right. Bounces right side on Yema. Whips it in the key to Holness. He shoots. Black comes off down to the Bulldogs. Gaidos on the rebound. Brings it down the floor off to Dixon, who's called for travel. 14-8 Bulldogs. 1:25 first quarter. Nightline Embroidery and Screen Print has new Adidas apparel in stock and now offers athletic shoes in adult and youth sizes. Stop in at 16 West Liberty Street in Girard. See what they've got for you. Pfeiffer in the backcourt. Draws a double team. At the midcourt line. Gets it off left baseline. To Georgia, drives in, no good. On the scoop. And the Bulldogs. Thomas with the rebound. Now it's Burkert pulling in. Passes off to Gaidos on the right side. Gaidos picked up by Moore. Goes right in the lane. Duarte shoots and scores. Tate Duarte, nice 10-footer. 16-8 Poland. Pfeiffer runs down the floor, pulls up at the line. Kicks it off to George. He shoots the three left corner. Nope, won't go. Thomas with the board. 35 seconds. First quarter. Burkert with it in the left corner, dribbles out on top, scoops it back to Dixon. Dixon with the left hand, penetrates inside, gets two guys in the air, and throws it up and in off the glass. Plus tax, it counts. He goes to the free throw line. The foul goes on Pfeiffer, his first, team second. And here's Kyle Dixon with a nice throw, Bob.
That was a nice job, and waited for the contact. He got the guy up in the air and just drive right into him and then put it nice off the glass for the shot. And once again, a really good player. Got a lot of playing time late last year. He was only a sophomore, now looking very good leading his team this year.
Our first free throw, he nails it. And it's an 11-point Poland lead at 19-8. 25 seconds to play in the first quarter. Hey, you'll be able to see this game on Armstrong Channel 20 and 100 starting next Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m. and other times to follow, so check it out on Armstrong 20 and 100. The home of loose change. Here's Pfeiffer. Long three, right side. Nope. Skips down to Chalmers. 8 seconds, first quarter. Pulling in. Chalmers. Top of the key. Off to Gaidos. To Black, right side. 2 seconds. Black shoots the three. Got it! Dan Black at the buzzer. Stick around. Our Haas Auto Group halftime reports coming up. Haas Auto Group, your zero hassle dealer. Our first quarter brought to you in part by Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Fine hardwood products since 1960. Online at BairdBrothers.com. We head to the second quarter with our score. Poland 22, Struthers 8. Here on 570 WKBN.
Armstrong Local Programming features our community like no one else. Meet your friends and neighbors at special events. Find the perfect pet. Celebrate our region's rich history or enjoy our natural wonders. Armstrong Local Programming is available online, on demand, and on your local Armstrong channel. Find the complete program schedule at ArmstrongOneWire.com. Local programming, exclusively from Armstrong. One Wire, infinite possibilities.
Back at Poland on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week, 24-8 while we're away. Dan Black with a deuce and a foul. Here's a Poland steal, and Kyle Dixon driving to the basket, and he is called for a charge, I believe.
Yeah, that was an in-betweener. At first, it looked like the Struthers player was complaining, but they did call it on Dixon. That's going to be his second.
Team fifth.
Yeah, Dixon with 8 of the 24 right now for Poland.
Jim Evans along with Bob Gavalier, 24-8. Poland in control of this thing, and full court pressure again applied by the Bulldogs, and Chalmers is called for a blocking foul. That's his first.
Team 6, so the next one, Struthers will be shooting a 1-on-1.
Pfeiffer walks it up in the backcourt, picked up by Wolf. Pfeiffer splits a double team and puts up the runner left of the lane, and it won't go back to the rim and down to Black. Deals it off to Gaidos. Into the front court, steps on the gas, drives to the basket, won't go. And it's yanked down by Holness. Holness has it stolen by Gaidos. Pass off to Wolf. In tight, gets Holness in the air, goes up, has it stripped away, but he's fouled. And here's the call. It's on Holness. That's his first, team third. And here's Jake Wolf to the free throw line. Hitting 72% so far at the strip. 24-8 Poland. Big trajectory on that one. Got it.
And his first points of the night, so Struthers doing a good job kind of containing him, but everybody else is getting in the scoring. Dan Black having a good night as well. Hit the three right before the buzzer. Didn't even look like he wanted it. I don't know if you were watching. It looked like he was like, don't give it to me. I don't want to shoot with two. And then he finally
made it count. And Wolf nails the pair. Jake, their leading scorer, with 11.5. He's got two now. 26-8. With 6:45 to play in the first quarter. Check that first half. Mid-court pressure. Cardin has it left side for the Cats. Sends it out front to Pfeiffer. Now right corner to Carbon. He unloads the triple. Won't go. And Chalmers yanks it down. He brings it down the floor. Sends it down to Duarte. Right of the basket. Turn, shoot, scores. Tate Duarte with 4. Mid-court pressure again by the Bulldogs with a 28-8 lead, and there's a grab and a foul as they blow it dead, and it goes on Duarte. And that's his second, team 7. And Carmen will step to the free throw line for the Wildcats.
Right now, one of the problems Struthers are not hitting their shots. They're rushing them a little bit too because of all the pressure. Even though they're getting a couple guys open here and there, they're really, once they get the open look, they're kind of rushing a little bit instead of taking their time.
There's Jake Burns in the ball game for Poland, 6'4" junior. Burkert also back in. And it's a 1-and-1 for Carbon. He can't connect. Wolf with the rebound. Back the other way, Poland end. Black has it, left arc. Whips it out front to Burkert. Pours and can't score on the triple. And it's tapped down on the disc to Yema. Struthers back the other way. Wildcats in. Cardin, 3-ball, left side. Pulled off by the Cats. They send it out in front to Yema, who drains the 3. Timeout, Wildcats. We'll take a 30-second break. We're at 5:50 to play first half. It's Poland 28, Struthers 11. Here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on 570 WKBN. Back in Poland, Jim Evans along with Bob Cavalier on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week, 28-11. Poland in command here on the Wildcats. 20 has been the biggest lead. And that was right before Yema hit that 3-ball prior to the timeout. Poland in. Wolf, left side. 3 bills, money. Jake Wolf with 5. 31-11. Cats break pressure. Cardin takes it right baseline, cut off. Tries to deal it off to Yema and has the ball knocked out of bounds sideline. Great hustle by Andrews. He gets a good pat from Coach Ken Grisdale. Struthers ball side in. Pfeiffer midcourt check by Wolf. Lobs the right corner to Carbon, and he's under pressure and steps out of bounds.
And it's the 8th turnover of the night for Struthers. Poland has 2.
We have to get a good lean here to check out exactly what happened. Down in the right corner.
Coach Safko yelling that he pushed him in. He might have bumped it a little bit, but a great double team. What they did was they kind of sucked him in, let him go into the corner, and then once they got into that corner, they just double teamed the corner, and he really had no way to get out. I think an offensive foul now.
Yep, goes on Burkert. That's his first, team 8. Pfeiffer will walk it up.
Amazing all the different traps that they have. They're full court, half court.
Yema 3-ball. Back of the rim, no good. Comes down to Wolf. Wolf off to Chalmers. Back down the floor. Burkert pumps the 3. Left corner, won't go. Slapped loose, left wing. Picked up by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer back the other way. Attacks the rack. Pulls up, shoots off the glass. From 6, won't go. Loose on the right side. Run down by Chalmers. He runs down the floor. To Dixon up with the shot. Check that Burkert, and he is fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line with 4:39 to play in the first half. 20-point Poland lead. And Jared Burkert will try to add to that. The foul goes on Holness, his second, team fourth. Burkert shooting 2, nails the first one. And he's got 4. (32-11). This is the final game of a triple header here this evening. Burkert flat on the second toss, no good. And the ball's knocked out of bounds on the rebound. It will be Struthers' ball, as Pfeiffer will walk it up. Romero in the ball game out in front for Poland now. On the double team, now they go to Yema. Left wing, no good. Nice and pass. It's grabbed by Garden. He tries to follow it back up. Can't get it to go. Poland back the other way on the rebound. Left arc, Wolf dribbles into the key. Bounces off to Romeo. Down to Chalmers. He attacks the rack, scoops it up. Nope. And the Cats had the rebound. That was Carden. He lost it. Now it's loose, and Chalmers had it and rolled on the floor, and is called for traveling with 4 minutes to play in the first half. And it's all Poland.
RJ had one of those in his game yesterday. Made a nice pass like that.
There's Anthony Clark in for the Wildcats. He has it now in the backcourt. Across the line, checked by Wolf. In a 1-3-1 zone Z-dip defense employed by Poland. Yema right corner with the free ball. Sticks it. Pair of triples for Austin Yema. 32-14 Poland. Bulldogs in. Black pours and scores the 3 out on top. Dan Black with 12. 35-14. Bulldogs. Here are the Cats they're in. Pfeiffer double teamed out front. Bounces it off the Carden in the key. Stolen by Wolf. Back the other way to the basket. Up and in. 37-14. Poland on top. Rolling down to 3 minutes to play in the first half. Pfeiffer has it on the right side. Struthers in. Scoops it up. Won't go. Knocked away on the baseline and grabbed by Romeo. Nick across the free throw. Or check that midcourt line. Bounces off to Wolf. Passes now to Burns, and they blow it dead away from the ball.
They get Yema on this one, I think, trying to go through the pick.
Here's the call. And it is on Yema. That's his first, I believe. Team fifth. Tonight's Poland basketball brought to you in part by Abershur's Jewelry, down 1 square in Poland. Bulldogs ball baseline in, comes it out front to Black, hands it off to Andrews, dribbles into the key, drives to the basket, puts it up and in. They're going to call him for a charge.
Nope. Yeah, there is a charge.
Charging on Andrews.
That's
his second. Team nice. Well, the officials, one called hard in collaboration here on what the call was.
Okay.
As Andrews stepped to the free throw line, have to be called for a charge.
Hey, you gotta give him credit. Almost pulled it off.
Hey, take what you get, even with the big lead. 37-14, Poland on top.
Hey, Ryan, did he have 2 points?
2:30, first half. Here's Clark, front right on the dribble for the Wildcats, working on the zone. Draws them out. Passes off to Carden. Carden still front right. Down to Yema, left corner. And he hits another triple. On the deal from George. 3 triples for Austin Yema, 37-17. Back the other way. Penetration by Wolf. Pass knocked away and taken away by the Wildcats. Carden down the floor. Off to Yema. Pours and scores another three. Austin Yema plugged in. Out on the deep perimeter. 37-20. He's keeping him in the game, Bob.
Yeah, he has, and that's what I mentioned in pregame. If they're on from threes, they're in the game. But they struggled late in that first quarter, and now Cam Black comes up with another one.
Black with the triple from the right corner. 40-20, Bulldogs. Cats in. Carbon, right arc, dribbles out center circle. Checked by Burns. Now it goes to George. Back to Carbon. As we roll 1:10 to play in the first half. Carbon, the key in the fadeaway, nails it. Carbon with 5. 40-22. Under a minute to play, first half. Here's Black on the point. Dials 3, can't connect. Short off the rim and down to Yema. Gives it off to Carbon, across the line. Into the front court. Back to Yema. You know what he's thinking. Fires and hits another one. Austin Yema with 5 triples here in the second quarter for the Wildcats. 40-25. Poland with the lead. Work the offense on the man-to-man. Chalmers on the dribble, front left, and he's grabbed and fouled. Making a move inside the arc by Clark. And that's Anthony's first. Team sixth. Poland ball side in. They're in. Joe Sapko right in my line of sight.
Everybody's in it.
Ball's into Guidos between the circles. Off the screen. Has a front right, goes to Wolf. Top of the key, and they'll just burn the clock here with a 15-point lead. Had it over 20. With 23. Wolf right in the lane. Pulls up, fires, can't hit for 12. It bounces down. Wolf falls it back in. That's good at the buzzer. Jake Wolf with a dramatic finish to the first half. And the Bulldogs roll into the locker room with a more than comfortable lead. We're at the break from Poland with our score. Poland 42, Struthers 25 here on the Bear Brothers. Game of the week on 570 WKBN.
Bigger smiles, louder cheers, longer talks. Enjoy the possibilities more than ever with Armstrong. Armstrong delivers the latest in television. On-demand, multi-room PVR, high definition. Zoom Internet has the speed and reliability you need for all your devices. And it's all backed by local award-winning customer service to keep you connected. Enjoy the possibilities with Armstrong.
Enjoy the convenience of home phone service from Armstrong. Armstrong Telephone delivers reliability you can't get with a cell phone. All your calling is one low monthly price, no confusing rate plan. Your favorite calling features are included. Check out the exclusive online management tools, set call forwarding, do not disturb, and more. You can even have your voicemail sent to your email. For great savings, bundle television, telephone, and internet. Armstrong, one wire, infinite possibilities.
That is tonight's Haas Auto Group halftime report. Haas Auto Group for state-of-the-art service as well as quality pre-owned cars and trucks with great no-hassle pricing. Call 330-702-0000 or visit online at hausautogroup.com or in person, Route 224 between Tippecanoe Road and Route 11. Jim Evans along with Bob Cavalier. Third quarter underway from Poland. Bulldogs leading on Struthers 42-25. Struthers in. Carbon works it, left arc. Picked up by Guidos, Poland in the man-to-man. Now it goes to Yema. Passes off front right to Carden. Dribbles to his left. On the run. Gives it up to Holness. Has it knocked away and pushes it out in the left corner to Pfeiffer, who launches a long three way off. Bulldogs on the rebound and transition. They push it up the floor, and there's a push-off as Dixon drove to the basket and went reverse, and the foul will go on Pfeiffer. That's Raekwon's second. Team first. Kyle Dixon at the free throw line.
Dixon had 8 points on the first quarter. He had to sit out a lot of the second quarter, picked up his second foul.
Shooting 2. Sticks the first one. He's in with 9. 43-25 again. Our biggest lead was 23 in that first half. Dixon, 6'3" junior. Second one rattles around and bounces off, no good to Pfeiffer. He brings it up the floor. Into the front court. Hands it back to Carbon. Front right, checked by Gaidos. Carbon on the dribble. Takes it right baseline. Pulls up, shoots, can't score from 12. Cleared off by Black, and his outlet to Dixon. Bounces off his hands out of bounds.
But he was yelling at you.
Tonight's Poland basketball again brought to you by Aberscher's Jewelry. Town 1 Square in Poland. The only thing more exciting than opening a box with Aberscher's name on it is what's inside. That's Aberscher's. Struthers ball on the unforced error. Pfeiffer double teamed out front. Carbon 3-ball right side. Nope. Black with another board.
It might have been inflected a little bit too by Jacob Wolf. He went out there to challenge it.
To Gaidos. Gives it up to Chalmers. Center circle. Picked up by Pfeiffer. To Wolf. To Black. Chalmers. And again Dixon on the floor. There's your 5 for Poland. And here's Wolf with the 3-ball. Left corner. And he threads it. Jake Wolf with a dozen.
Glad to see he came back too. Hurt his hand during the football season. Was out the last couple of games and was able to come back from that.
46-25. Poland on top. 6:20. Third quarter. Pfeiffer off a screen. Dribbles by Wolf. They get it out top of the key to Yema. There's a 3 and he misses. And a rebound by Carbon on the baseline under the basket. And he knocks it off of one of the Bulldogs out of bounds. Heads up play by the freshman. He'll inbound. Struthers ball there and balls into Yema on the right side. Bounces off the Pfeiffer front right. Guarded by Gaidos. Flips it to Yema, knocked away by Wolf, picked up by Black. Off to Chalmers. Chalmers dribbles down the floor in the middle. Goes to the basket, scoops it up, right side, won't go. Bounces down to Holness, out on the right side to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer on the dribble, under the basket. To Yema, left side, pours, can't score on the 3. Dixon with the board. Poland back the other way. They lead it 46-25, 5:40 to play, third quarter.
Struthers starts 0 for 5 from the field here to start this third quarter.
Here's Gaidos, attacks the rack, lays it up and in. Nick Gaidos saw the alley, he took it, his first 2. 48-25. Struthers in. Pfeiffer off the screen. Has on the right side. Checked by Wolf. Goes low right to Holness. Back to the basket. Nothing there. Out front to Yema. Now to Carden. He dribbles out center circle. Works on Gaidos. Kicks it back to Pfeiffer. Front right. Pfeiffer in the key. Passes right side to Carden. Holness. Low right block. Up and in. Nice work. Holness, his first 2. 48-27. Here are the Bulldogs. Chalmers on the left side. Low left to Black. Back to the basket. Tries to deal it off to Wolf. Comes up loose. He pokes it off to Gaidos, who sticks to Jay.
I mean, Gaidos was upset scoreless in the first half, and finally he started off a quick 5 here in the second half.
Timeout call. We'll take a 30-second break. 4:35 to play. Third quarter. It's Poland 50. Struthers 27 here on the Bear Brothers Game of the Week on 570 WKBN. Back in Poland, Jim Evans along with Bob Cavalier. Don't forget, we'll have O'Charlie's Player of the Game in our post-game show. Always made possible by O'Charlie's Restaurants in Boardman and Niles. 50-27, Poland on top. There's Andrews and Burkert in the ball game for Poland. Duarte as well. Struthers ball there in. Carbon will get it in. Gets it into Yema. Thinking 3. Got it. Austin Yema in his office with 18 on 6 triples. 50-30. Poland working on the man-to-man. Burkert right of the key. Fires Can't hit. Short. Down off the rim to Holness. Pushes it up the floor to Yema. Front right back to Holness. Gives it off to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer penetrates in the lane. To Yema, right side. Triple tried, and he hits another one. He's got 21. Putting on a clinic. 50-33. Bulldogs. Wolf has it out front. Dribbles on Holness. To Duarte, left side. Back to Wolf. Whips it right corner to Burkert. He pumps the triple. Won't go. Tap down to Wolf. Left of the basket. Up and in. Wolf with 14. 52-33, Poland. Struthers in. Carden left arc. Guarded by Burkert. Looking for the cutter. Now he's going to dribble. Comes in the Brooklyn side. Passes out in front to Pfeiffer. To Holness. Holness, left of the lane. Puts up the runner. Won't go from 8. Slapped around. Grabbed by the Wildcats. Back to Yema. Shoots the 3 left arc. Won't go. And the save in by Carbon comes in to Duarte. Takes on the Bulldogs. 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Andrews on the dribble. Spin move right in the lane. Puts up the shot. Too much off the glass. And it bounces down to Yema. Sends it down the floor to Holness. To Carden. Nice pass. And it bounces off. No good and tight on the shot. And down to Wolf. Wolf down the floor to Edwards. Or Andrews, pardon me. Off to Wolf. Back of the key. Turns, shoots, scores. 54-33. Poland in control. Pfeiffer dribbles right baseline. Comes in tight. Shot blocked by Chalmers. He grabs the loose ball. Brings it back down the floor. Has it poked away by Holness. Picked up by Wolf. To Andrews. Right side. His 3 is partially blocked by Holness. And it's grabbed under the basket by Pfeiffer. Bounce pass down the floor to Carden. Can't grab the handle. And it goes out of bounds.
I think Struthers a little bit out of gas right now. I think a couple of guys struggling a little bit.
They really don't want to run like this.
No, I think Coach Safka wants them to, but I think right now with the pace that it is, one of the reasons why they want them to run now is Poland has kind of dropped back a little bit. They wanted to push a little bit, but I think right now they're losing their legs a little bit.
I wouldn't want to get in a running game with these guys. Burkert at backcourt, guarded by George. For the ball game now for the Wildcats. Brings him across the line, gives it off to Gaidos, front left. Nick passes off to Dixon, top of the key. To Wolf, right of the circle. Gives it up to Burkert. Dribbles right in the lane. Working on the man-to-man, off to Gaidos, now to Dixon. Inside the line, forces one up on the lean, won't go. Gets it back, puts it back up, won't drop, and it bounces down to Holness. His pass down the floor, knocked away. As one of the Wildcats flies into the scores table, that's George on a great hustle. Who touched it last? Cole? Yep. Yema will get it in. 54-33. Poland with the lead. Don't forget you can catch tonight's game on Armstrong Channel 20 and 100 starting next Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And then check out the times after that. Also available on YouTube starting next Thursday. Armstrong, Channel 20 and 100. And, of course, don't forget to check out Loose Change.
Award-winning show, right?
Absolutely.
We're
not going to say what
award, but
here's Yema with another 3 high right. It won't go, and it's loose on the baseline. Almost saved by Dalton Moore in the ball game, but he touched the baseline, and it will be Poland ball. Also now in for Struthers, Troy Noble, 6'2" junior, and Anthony Clark. Struthers with a full court press. Now
Matt
back
Baker
off.
also from Poland, Matt Baker in number 11.
Yep. Dixon has it. Out in front. Deals it off to Duarte on the cut. He loses it, gets it back, and gives it up to Black, who plugs it in. 56-33. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Poland on top. Noble has it on the right side. Looks to clear. Does so to Yema. Between the circles. Picked up by Black. Yema, the left-hand dribble. Dribbles in the Brooklyn side. Puts it up off the supports. And he's fouled on the way as the ball got knocked away with 45.2 to go. And the foul goes on. Black, his second. Each team with a foul here in the third quarter. And here's Yema at the free throw line with 21 points. leading all scorers, all on triples. Give him 22. As he has the touch at the line. Averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds a game coming in. 6'2" junior. Dips and deals. Too thick. Nope. And it's loose on the left baseline and grabbed by Gaidos, who sends it down the floor to Dixon. Dixon out in front. He drives in the Brooklyn side too much. Back to the rim and down to the Wildcats. Moore on the rebound. Down the floor. They go to Clark, right baseline. Scoops it off to Noble. Comes up loose. Clark gets it back. Up with the chip shot. Won't go. Noble falls it back in. Roy Noble working hard down low. 56-36. 20 seconds. Third quarter. Pulling on top. They're in. Dixon right side. Backs up on the dribble. Picked up by George. Passes off to Duarte between the circles. Take to Black. 3 bills. Money. Dan Black with 20 points. Here's Yema back the other way at the buzzer with a 3 out in front. It bounces. Glass rim, no good. And that will do it for the third quarter. Don't forget our Home Savings postgame show. Home Savings, where you can bank your way with free checking on your smartphone. And, of course, Pizza at Home, a great pizza, pasta, wings. Proud to bring you the 50-50 coupon giveaway at all of our high school basketball broadcast locations this season. We head to the fourth quarter from Poland with our score. The Bulldogs 59, Struthers 36 here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on 570 WKBN.
TV from Armstrong has more possibilities than ever. Armstrong On Demand has thousands of titles, mostly free with your Television Plus subscription. Demand the latest Hollywood hits, often weeks before they arrive at rental kiosks. Play, pause, and record live TV with the PVR. Our multi-room PVR lets you record hundreds of hours of your favorite shows. And Armstrong HD is the most cost-effective high-definition solution for your home. Armstrong. One wire, infinite possibilities.
Back at Poland, Jim Evans along with Bob Cavalier. Bear Brothers Game of the Week, and it's Poland all over Struthers 62-37. Fourth quarter underway. Wire away. Jake Wolf with a 3. And then Anthony Clark fouled by Chalmers. He splits a pair at the free throw line. He comes up with a steal. Gives it off to Moore. In tight up with a shot. Blocked by Chalmers. And it comes down loose to Wolf. Wolf down the right side. Downshifts. And waits for support. Now he backs up between the circles. Draws George down to Black. Deep left wing. Back to Wolf in the lane. Ball's knocked loose. Scramble and travel will be the call on Wolf. 62-37. Poland all over it. Coming into this thing 6-2. 4-1 in the league in the All-American Conference American Division. And the Wildcats 2-5. And they've yet to win a game in conference play. Struthers ball into Noble in the backcourt. Bulldogs back off. They've shown at least a half dozen looks here tonight. It's Serrano dribbling out front.
He saw some zone. We've had 3-2 zone a couple times. 2-3 zone. Yep. Now they're in a 2-3 zone, looks like.
Todd Wilkos in the ball game for the Wildcats. Passes off to Serrano. He deals it off to Clark. Drives the baseline and sticks it. +1. Anthony Clark. And a great drive on the baseline. And the foul goes on Kyle Dixon, his third, team third. Struthers with 1.
Giving Struthers some energy here. A couple coming off the bench. Had a couple of steals already, and now a couple baskets.
Can't hit on the three-point try the line. Back the other way. Andrews drives hard to the rim, and he will draw the foul.
He's going to get the
shot comes off, no good.
Clark going to pick up a foul at the other end.
Yep. Team second. And here's Steve Andrews, 5'7" senior, averaging 4.5 a game with 2 so far. And he'll shoot 2. Flexes, fires, got it. Tate Duarte in the ball game. Dan Black will sit down for Poland, leading at 63-39. Andrews looks it over on the bounce. Fires. Hit. 64-39. Nightline embroidery and screen print. You customize just about anything with your logos or artwork. Call 545-8108 or stop by 16 West Liberty Street, Girard. That's Nightline embroidery and screen print. Struthers end. Clark on the right side. Picked up by Dixon. Pulling the man-to-man. Romeo on Serrano. Walked with the ball and got away with it on the drive, and it comes up to the Bulldogs. Dixon to Wolf left side. Pours and scores the three. Jake Wolf, who did not score in the first quarter, now with 22 points. 67-39. Cats working at their end. The ball comes loose as a pileup and a jump ball. Possession Struthers. 5:49 to play in the game. And again, it was tight early on as they went back and forth, traded leads before the Bulldogs stepped on the gas and pulled away. Led 22-8 after the first quarter, and they have not looked back. We have a contact that came out. Let's take a 30-second timeout while we have the moment. 5:49 to play in the game. Poland 67, Struthers 39. Here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on 570 WKBN. Back at Poland, and the great contact hunt completed.
Yes.
Anthony Clark lost contact, and they found it. They even have the solution for it.
Sometimes you just spit on it and put it back in your eye sometimes.
No, I've tried that.
I've done that before in baseball.
And it's Anthony Carden who drains a three. And he's got 8 to make it 67-42. I couldn't get around the official there to see who it was. Here's Burkett driving to the basket, and he lays it up and in for the Bulldogs. And Jared Burkett with 6. 69-42. We're going to see these two teams. Here's Yema in his office with the long three out front, and he swings and misses as it bounces out of bounds. We're going to see them at the end of the season, the regular season schedule, on the 21st of February over at Struthers. That'll be interesting to see, how both teams progress, especially the Wildcats from this point.
I was worried about Poland this week because, athletes like to get a routine, and I'm not sure how much routine Poland had with a lot of school being off. Not sure how much practice they were able to get in with all this school being off.
Well, they work it to Burns in the right corner, and he burns a three. His first point, 72-42, biggest lead of the game. Back the other way, low right, and that's Carbon in traffic off the glass. And he's good for 10 now. 72-44, Romeo in the game. Up the right side into the front court for the Bulldogs. Passes right corner to Burns, back to Burkert. And Burkert drives to the basket, fills it up. He's got 8. 74-44. Toronto on the right side. Launches a long three off the glass, no good. Duarte with the board. Gets it back to Romeo. Crosses it into the front court. We're at 4 minutes to play in the game. Bounce right corner to Burns. To Burkett. Penetrates into the key. Backs off. Steals it off to Baker. Back to Romeo. To Burkett in the key. Guns it good. Jared Burkett is a hot hat. With 10 now. Struthers end. Yema, 3. Nope. Flat. Rim glass and down to Duarte. Clears off the double team. Burkett gives it back to Romeo and walks it up the floor, and we'll play this out. With 3:20 to play in the game. Don't forget our home savings post-game show. Home savings as Baker unloads a 3 off the glass. You got to call that one. 79-44.
Yeah, banks are closed on Friday night, aren't they?
Not tonight. And Yemo too thick on the free ball out on top. And it bounces down to the Bulldogs. Romeo down the floor to Duarte. Drives to the Brooklyn side, puts it up, no good, and draws the foul. 2:55 to play in the game. Who'd they call? Noble?
Serrano.
Oh, Serrano. $79-44. No, it's on Noble. He signaled 1-4.
1-4.
Yep. 13th foul, and Duarte sticks the first toss to make it 80-44. Tate Duarte, we call him TD, 6'4" junior. That's a lot easier. And he is in with 5. Dips and deals, in and out. Polis with the board. Struthers back the other way. Trailing 80-44. Polis in the front court. Gives it off to Noble, front left. And he passes off to John Sevchik now in the game. He gives it up to Hollis, who's pushed and fouled by Duarte. His third, team fourth. Checking into the game, Nick Bucheri for the Bulldogs. He's a sophomore. Also in Mike Gaidos for Poland. As George gets it into Carden. Struthers end. Carden passes to Hollis, front right. Checked by Burns. Poland still with man-to-man. Hollis back to George, front left. Guarded by Baker. Takes him on the drive into the lane and runs into traffic, and we have a blocking foul on Burns.
And it's turned into the JV game now.
Yes, it has. Again, we mentioned earlier, we have a triple header because of the weather. Earlier in the week, and games were canceled. We had the JV game at 4:30, then the girls' varsity game preceding this game. So Brian Banfield and his crew have been really busy here today. And as
Kyle George the first one.
Sticks the first one. Kyle's first point, 80-45. Noah Linen in the game for Struthers, and George knocks down the pair. 80-46. Full court pressure by the Wildcats, and the ball's in and knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Carden. Still playing hard. Down big here with just over 2 minutes to play in the game. Bucheri gets it in. Baker back to Bucheri. Up the right sideline. Now cuts to his left. Guarded by Noble. Bounces off to Baker. Front right. Now to Romeo. Looks for the cutter. Ball's knocked away. Sevchik almost with a takeaway as he goes to the floor. Romeo runs it down. Back the other way on the weave. Gives it off to Baker. He drives hard to the basket. Lays it up no good and draws a foul. Matt Baker will go to the free throw line. And the foul went on Pat Carden, his first, team fourth. 1:51 to play in the game. 80-46 Poland. Here's Baker, left-hander. Flexes, fires good. Matt with 4 points now. 6'4" sophomore. Dips, delivers, got it for 2. Baker with 5. 82-46. George back the other way. Drives to the basket, scoops it up with the right hand, no good, and it bounces down to the Bulldogs. Clay Miller in the ballgame with a rebound. Back to Mike Gaidos. Out of Bucheri, double team on the right side. In the right corner. And Miller with the 3 from the right corner. 85-46. Poland rolling out of here with 7th win. As the Wildcats work it right in the lane. And it's Linen trying to get it off to Carden, who wasn't looking, and it goes out of bounds. Poland ball, just over a minute to play in the game. Don't forget, we'll have our O'Charlie's Play of the game, a Home Savings postgame show. Oh, Charlie's good food, good times. That's the case here tonight for Poland. Mike Gaidos on the dribble, almost carried it, gives it up to Baker, bounces off to the Cherry, coming left to right. He has it right in the lane, trying to make a move to his right, and he's called for traveling. 55.6 to play. And Poland with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys scoring tonight. Carden drives in the left side, fills it up for the Cats. Pat Carden, his first two. 85-48. As we roll down to 30 seconds to play in the game. Poland in. Mike Gaidos on the left side, has it knocked away. Now there's a scramble picked up by Carden. Back down the floor, sends it ahead to George. Right side to Noble, up with the shot, and he's hammered.
Get Matt Baker, number 11. It's amazing with Poland, and you take out their JVs and they get bigger, it looks like.
And again, a reminder, you can see tonight's game as Noble chunks the first one, no good, shooting 2 for the Cats. You'll be able to see tonight's game starting next Tuesday at 2 o'clock on Armstrong 20 and 100 as Noble splits the pair. "15 seconds to play in the game. 85-49 Poland. Mike Gaidos off to Miller. It wasn't looking for the ball in the right corner. It bounces off his chest and up the Wildcats. Back the other way. Sevchek off the Carden. 3 ball left side. Hans is rounded in. Or did he have a foot on the line? What did they give him? As the buzzer sounds. They count that as 2 or 3, Bob?
Yeah, it counts as 2.
Okay. Our final score, Poland 85, Struthers 52, here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on 570 WKBN.